Hello guys, good evening. My family members, my friends, and my brothers and sisters, everyone. I think I'm getting really fed up of all this long waiting. Now I'm going to talk about illusion. I did touch it a bit uh, when I say uh, female war, where they give you that impression they love you. They give you that false hope that they're like, they just come like this Chinese wave army from everywhere, like, it's war. I touched that in the morning. Uh, I'm going to talk more about the illusion life in Europe, especially. We Eritreans, we are under target simply because we live in a very strategical geographical area location in our country. Being in the middle of the crossroad, there is no such called Mediterranean. Mediterranean is Mediterranean. It's wrong. It's wrong name. We are in the middle, so the Mediterranean should be us Eritreans, because we are halfway to the east, to the far east. So all this Middle East, Mediterranean is wrong name. So we are halfway between the Eastern Hemisphere, which is China, India, the Far East, and in Europe, and to Europe. So we are the one who should be Mediterranean, mid-terrain. So that's what makes us the victims of extremely very strategical, economical area along the Red Sea, which is uh, the lane, traffic lane of all these container ships and these all petrol tanks, everything. This is really massive trade traffic. You go all these Hormuz, Iranian, Persian Sea, Arab Sea, and Red Sea. So we are sitting there. So that's why we are victims. We are always vulnerable. They try to hunt us everywhere, so that once they control you, or once they control us, our mind, our brain, our way of thinking, that means they control the economy of our country, the population, the access of trade. So they always have got that upper hand economical power driving the whole global economy. So that's when it comes this illusion, okay? Because you have to manage people by creating the artificial intelligence called illusion, okay? All these Hollywood movies that you see, especially these days, it's getting really extremely difficult to differentiate reality from illusion, because there's a lot of technology, my friend. All this illusionary media, TV, internet, graphics, music, art, looks, everything, man. It's just that graphic art, this is intellectual art. This is visual art. So that illusion is getting extremely very hard to identify and differentiate from reality. So all this Hollywood, all these things that you see on the visuals, Facebook, social media, everything, because it's getting extremely very advanced, So have you seen people living in the Canary Wharf or Eastern London, the business area, all about this embankment, all this near Angel, all the street, big massive buildings, business center, like all this gawking building, this shard everywhere. So if there is someone, a waiter, maybe probably kitchen porter, and they work there in little basement, maybe somewhere in a little corner for 50 years, okay? So these people, they try to identify themselves, they are the owners of that big monolithic building, that skyscraper. That's illusion, okay? It's not real, my friend. You don't own it. And, anytime they just can kick you out, and, they can call everyone, just they kick you out. That's illusion. Illusion of idea, like, the fact that you live and work in really big complex building like all like this Manhattan or this London Canary Wharf in this London business district area. So I did work there for nearly 4 years there. So that's an illusion. You feel like your dad is the owner of the whole area, the landlord. My friend, that's illusion. A lot of people have got that syndrome, they tell you like, hey, my friend, he just came from that village from Eritrea or from Africa, Eritrea, in the village, Muhammad, Halibo. So that's an illusion. They tell you like, hey, he just came down from the village and, he got that really lazy and lease, all over you, that dirt, but I live in this country, my friend, in London, in Canary Wharf, in the big building. And I always, my dad used to work there as well, I did work there for 50 years and my dad worked there for 40 years, so 90 years, we are owners. Get the hell, man. So that's an illusion, okay? So when you tell them, I'm from a village in Bahrain, what it means is like, you are super rich, my friend. Number one, you are landlord, okay? And you just can have that really, you can create and design a boat using this little simple sambuk boat out of eucalyptus tree or fir tree or maybe whatever it is. And you can assemble it like a carpenter DIY thing, You just can go straight to Egypt, Cairo, Alexandria, to Milan, to Genoa, my friend, Florence, to Paris, and to Yemen, Saudi Arabia, to China, to India, Indonesia, Philippines. Simply, America, because the fact that you are in the middle of the most strategical business center area crossroad, right across them. So when you try to set up a business, try to create a business and build customers, consumers, like your business center there, what you do is you try to get a place like, extremely heavy business. I mean, people traffic like near hospital, maybe near schools, maybe near shopping center where there are a lot of people traffic, So when they are walking by, they just come to your shop, little shop, and they buy a cafe latte, maybe espresso. I mean, depending on what kind of business you have. That's the same idea, Now compare the illusion that you live in Canary Wharf, like, nobody knows, They just can't get you by phone call from that area, from the residents, or maybe from someone who's more richer than you, then he wants to take over. So they can kill you out, my friend. That's an illusion. So, but you living in Barnet village, my friend, you just have that a little sambuk, you little boat you get Yamaha from maybe South Korea, I mean from Japan or from South Korea or from China, I mean from India and from Mediterranean countries, and you are somebody yourself, using all just in or so, and you build that boat by yourself, and off you go, my friend. In one day you are in Cairo, okay? Or maybe one day you are in India, in Ceylon, maybe in China, well, if you are strong grower, very powerful man like me, you 1 day, 2 days you are in China, my friend, in Singapore, in Hong Kong. Think about that, that's not illusion, that's a reality, okay? You get it? So the fact that you got the farm in your village makes you a landlord, okay? Don't tell this secret to other people. So you, because you are really powerful, my friend, you're fit, and you are really fit body, you dig your farm, and you produce your own vegetables and fruits. So you build that sambuk pot, my friend. It's really amazing, So you get all your fruits and vegetables, and you transport it to Cairo. كيف الحال يا حبيبي؟ تفضلي تفضل تفضل التفاح يا أخي. And they tell you how much, my friend. You just give them $10, my friend. You, my friend, you أخوانين, you رجل يا أخي. تفضل. That's not illusion. That's market, okay? So you go that little sambuk, you just build by yourself. Nowadays we go that the Mihina Foro Road. Can you believe it? Like this gravel road. You go to trailer. I mean, your trailer. you tow you little trailer with full of fruits and vegetables from Barret village, my friend. You take it to England, within 1 hour and a half. You're super rich, my friend. And if you know English very well, you take it to India, my friend. You know, you take it to China, you take it to Pakistan, you take it to Dubai. You know, along the to Iran, to Tehran. You know, everywhere to Mediterranean. Like, so you farm, you own vegetable and fruit business by your own, my friend. You know, so that's how much powerful it is economically, my friend. That's economical emancipation. Okay, so that's not illusion. That's reality. Okay, so are you getting my point? We're trying to identify, separate, and differentiate illusion from reality. Okay, you are a village farm owner. You are a landlord, and you go down the Mekina road, my friend. You travel and you take all your produces everywhere. You go your warehouse in Foro. Foro is really semi kind of little town, and you take it everywhere. That's not illusion. That's reality. I think a lot of people have got that really hard time understanding all this very complex. I mean, very complex, very complicated. The Europeans are really smart people, you know. So they give you the illusion you own all the buildings in Canary Wharf, you know. You tell them like, you know, hey, Eritrea is full of diseases, my goodness. All the kids that you see them with the leaves and they got all that already dust on their face. They don't have shoes, you know. They walking around with their barefoot. Inside they tell you, yeah, this is really horrible country, horrible. But inside them they're laughing, you know. They look down on you. They're laughing. Food, there is food, you know. We just made him the artificial machine, you know. We gave him the illusion. We gave him the little kitchen bottle in Canary Wharf. Illusion, you know, they're very smart. So they tell you, yeah, my friend, never ever go to Eritrea, okay? If you go to Atlanta, Barina, Tuforo, this what they call this mosquito, you know. You got this old malaria. There's this virus. There's this mosquito called there's a disease called Plasmodium falciparum. Once it bites you, that malaria, also my friend, you dead. So never to this tropical country. That's really horrible, you know. Horrible. A lot of people died. That's propaganda, you know. That's illusion. They tell you like a lot of people are scared, especially these Eritreans who are born in the West. They are really scared going to Eritrea, you know, because they grow up with that thing, idea, illusion. So when you go to GP, you tell them, hey, doctor, my daughter, my son, he never been to Eritrea, and I want to take him. What do you advise me, doctor? And doctor there says, he flips the paper. Yeah, according to the United Nations, what's the organization? According to WHO, World Health Organization, in 2022, 500 people from the West died along the tropical countries, all these sub-Saharan countries like Eritrea, Ethiopia. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Take this medication. Number one, it's very risky. Don't go. But if you go, if anything happens, immediately call us or take this medication. You know, that's an illusion. They make you believe like you're gonna die. You know, all this. Like, you know, we grew up in Eritrea, my friend. Like, you know, I grew up eating all this this soil, we call it bakal. As a kid when I was a little in Bahrain. Nothing makes, I mean, we don't get sick, my friend, you know? And we do have a lot of germs and, you know, viruses. Like, you know, we used to have a river. We just drink the water, and some people might be pouring from the but, like, you know, all these germs, all these viruses, they just keep increasing our immune system. It boosts us, you know. So the fact that you just go up, we eating all these really things, like, you know, your mechanism, health, immunity gets really, it boosts, you know, it makes you more stronger. So the fact that people scare you off by going to Eritrea, what they saying is illusion. They're creating illusion so that you will never go back there, my friend. You become a slave, like, you know, like this. People are so scared of going to Africa, you know. They think, like, you know, there are really barbaric people with the arrow and they want to cut them, like, you know. These people are really, like, you know, poor. They don't even have enough money to kill them, like, you know. You just only kill a billionaire. to take their money. And these black people, like, they don't have nothing even if to steal from them. And they're so scared. You give them the illusion that they're gonna die out of malaria, all that kind of tropical born diseases, like this university he got in London. Is it London Tropical Disease University? They got that propaganda. So that's an illusion. Okay. The other one illusion we got in the West is like, have you ever went to McDonald's and your daughter or your son, you go and when they're little kid, Daddy, if you're not gonna buy me the chicken nugget, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna call the police. And they tell you, what is the boy they say, man? You're my son. You're my daughter. Okay? Never said that. No, mommy, I got the right. I'm gonna call the police. Okay. Then you buy them. That's blackmail. And if you don't buy them, then, mommy, I'm gonna call the police, mommy. That's blackmail. Okay? So this hell is blackmail. They trap you. They make you dependent, so that like you always get scared living out of London to Eritrea villages, because the whole idea, the whole tactic is to keep you hostage so that you never go to Africa, to Eritrea, my friend. They are very, very smart people. They give you that illusion. If you go to Eritrea, within one day, you're gonna die out of sickness. Somebody's gonna kill you maybe by machete or by arrow, maybe by a bullet. So they give you that illusion. Okay? This is called blackmailing, my friend. Okay, the medical blackmailing, hell is blackmailing. So they always make you dependent. They got the term, what they call the controlled drugs, If you're taking some medications, what they do is they try to trap you. They make you prisoner, always dependent on the medication so that you will never go to Africa. That's very smart. Very, very smart, They tell you, sir, why you don't give me medication? Why I cannot buy from other countries, maybe from the pharmacy. If we do that, you are very dangerous, man. You might be killing yourself, We are protecting you. We are working for you. So they go all that laws, everything to trap you medical blackmailing, keeping you hostage, okay? This is worse slavery, my friend, okay? So if you go to the NHS, I've been working for a public health organization called North India Israel Commission in supporting, okay? We used to have a data we used to call it tariff, national tariff, payment by results. So all these things, when you go into a doctor, you have a surgery, maybe your hip replacement, maybe some fracture somewhere. The doctor treats you, and the hospital is paid some amount of money for the service that doctor they gave you, the episodes, okay? And they call it spells. So if a surgery of a leg or maybe a toe, if the doctor, if he sleep in the bed of the hospital in the ward for maybe 2 days, is charged per day per consultant treatment for your episode, okay? So maybe let's say the price of the procedure or the surgery operation is £5,000, okay? So what do they do 10 days? They don't want to pay money for you, my friend, especially if you're African. They don't care, because that's a lot of money for the taxpayers and all these doctors. Their skills and expertise is well thought, very well thought, and they don't want to waste on just really little crop refugees from maybe some, dole seeker, always a burden to the economy of the nation. So they just tend to ignore you, they don't want to give you that kind of service, okay? So if it costs us £5,000, maybe £10,000, they tell you, no, we cannot afford it. Or right away, on the waiting list, what they do is they just keep you waiting for 1 year, maybe 2 years. And because I did notice that I did have these tonsillitis a long time ago. So I wanted to have an operation and they wouldn't give me at all. And I'm a health expert working for the NHS for 18 years. I said, completely my perception, my idea about the health, always thinking we're gonna get all this surgery, all this treatment completely changed, my friend. Everything happens, nobody cares. So that's why you have to be extremely careful with your health, okay? You look after yourself, you go back to Eritrea. And what happens is, and in health, all these doctors, what do we say in Christianity? We say Jesus Christ is a healer. He's a doctor, he's a surgeon, he's a healer, he's a doctor, okay? In science, what we go is all the doctors, they are medical experts, okay? They are surgeons, they learn all these science, factual things. It's not all this religion, it's a science, a fact, a rationality, okay? By reason, you know? You tell them all these hallucinations, all dreams, everything. I saw this woman in my dreams, all that kind of stuff in religion. They won't take that. They have to see it visible, factual, okay? Rationality. So these doctors, what they do is they do sign what they call Hippocrates oath, okay? Mahala. So the whole idea is all these Greek doctors from the past, like, you know, they have to sign for that. What they do is they are healing people. They are surgeons, doctors, whatever their professions, maybe could be mental doctors. They go to medical school, everything, and they spend a lot of years studying that. And thus they swear an oath, Hippocrates oath, to